What's up, everybody? How's it going? We had pretty decent success with Outbreaks last time. Although, I'll be real, chat. The DLC really can't come fast enough. Oh. The DLC really can't come fast enough. I don't know if I can top getting this cool belly bolt from last stream, but hey, don't do that. I really wish you could turn the switch. Can you turn the switch from stop the switch from going to sleep? I hate when that happens. Okay. You can? It's in the settings? I should do that then. Legitimately. What's up, everybody? Ugh, the thing I use to put out the Discord notification, like, updated, and it's weird, and I don't know how to run it now. Because it was just getting annoying. Yeah, it's... Like, I get it. I get why it has a sleep function, but it's just not... It's just not anything I really need, you know? Plus, my Switch is always docked. How the hell do I run this? I love when things change on me. Yeah, there's still not much going on, chat, in terms of, like, Pokemon stuff. They still have not... Why are they not releasing a trailer? I'm so baffled. Like, maybe I'm just so, like, bored of Pokemon, because there's just nothing going on. They haven't released a trailer. At this point, it's almost like they're not going to. So, like, what's the truth? I just don't understand, like... You're really gonna do, like, oh, we'll have influencers like Joe Merrick come and play our game for an hour. That'll get people interested in part 2. Okay. Sure. I don't know about that, but sure. You know, Joe was actually quoted in the Nintendo UK... The Nintendo UK Twitter put out a early, like... It had Dextero in there, too, which is another Twitter... It's just a media Twitter account. It's like, I don't even know if there's a person behind Dextero. But they had a Joe quote on the review for part 2, and it's so funny. It's very funny. I think that man is one of the last people on this earth that I would trust to give me an actual, honest Pokemon opinion. I think he's one of the last people on earth I would trust to be honest about Pokemon. Because he's given free stuff. He's been flown, he's given trips, he's been given free product. Like, that just inherently, even if he wasn't such an obvious shill, that inherently is going to change somebody's opinion. Like, it's when there's like a bunch of there's a kerfuffle over some game publisher being like, I don't want to pay YouTubers to review my game. And it's like, well, you're like, yeah, I kind of get it. Because if somebody's being paid to promote a game, can you really trust their opinion? Like, they can tell you, oh, this didn't, just because I got paid, just because I got sponsored doesn't change my opinion. And it's like, are you sure about that? Are you sure? Because you're just going to inherently be nicer to companies that give you free shit. Like, that's just, you know... Companies that have you on their radar, you're never gonna talk bad about, so... Man, people sure do love mentioning ads in my stream lately. Nothing I can do about that, dude. I barely make any money streaming anymore as is. I need my all the pennies I can get. Bro, there's ads on Twitch. Go watch on YouTube and turn an ad blocker on. Or watch on Twitch and put an ad blocker on. Jesus Christ. But yeah, like, even if Joe wasn't so obviously a shill, I just feel like when you're constantly giving these people free things, it really taints their opinion, you know? You're gonna inherently be like, oh yeah, they gave me free stuff, so I don't want to say anything bad about the people that give me free stuff, you know? Yeah, there's just been nothing, chat. There's no trailers. There's they're just not doing anything. It's so crazy. The DLC comes out in what? Next week? It comes out next week, chat. Next week. In less than 10 minutes, it'll be Monday. It'll be the next week. And they've just done so little advertising for it. They don't make it. This company doesn't make any sense to me, chat. They make the most weird, baffling decisions. Oh, I remember that one, Justin. That was... Oh, boy. I get a free trip to Hawaii. Yeah, like, if a company is paying you to go to Hawaii or Japan, you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm in with this company. I think they paid for his trip to Japan, so... Like, yeah, no duh. I don't know, what's crazy to me is that Joe gets so much, like, love from them. But people like Poker Beach don't get anything. Like, Poker Beach couldn't even get a press badge for himself at Worlds. And it's like, why? He puts in hard work. He's been documenting the TCG as long as I can, like, remember. So why is Poker Beach not getting acknowledged? Like, if I was Poker Beach, I'd be pissed. I would be steaming. Because at least Poker Beach has a nice looking website. At least Poker Beach's website, I don't have to bust out a magnifying glass to look at, you know? Yeah, maybe it's he needs to start constantly tweeting about how Scarlet and Violet are perfect video games. Maybe that will get their attention. You're right. No problems here, fellas. Smile. This brand isn't just in such a weird place. Like, is the second DLC gonna be the last of Scarlet and Violet? It sure seems like it. Yeah, the quality. Yeah, maybe Poker Beach spoke too much about the quality control. Speaking of the TCG chat, I've actually seen a lot of people expressing disappointment in Paldea Fates, saying that it's a mid set. And I kind of agree. There's so few, like, illustration rares in the set. And most of them are just kind of like, whatever. I don't know, it's... For them hyping up a brand new generation shiny TCG set, it's just kind of like... Whatever. I'll still buy some, don't get me wrong, but... It is kind of funny to see people being like, this will never live up to Hidden Fates. Hidden Fates really was a great set. Hidden Fates was such a good set that I barely bought any of, and I'm so sad. Also, Paldean Fates has Entei, while Shining Fates had Suicune. So I guess I'll see you all in Gen 11 for Raikou. I guess Raikou will get its day in the sun, like, 3 years from now. Dynamax Adventures is so good. Which is a thought I thought most people had, but then I saw people celebrating over the legendaries in part 2 being static. Not being held behind raids, so... I guess not. I guess not. That's such a wild take. Hey, I need Herb Mystica too. Tell Game Freak to do an event that actually gives out Herb Mystica, because they seem to want to refuse to ever do that. Anubis said that the data mine might be fake. What data mine are people really I don't understand that. Like, the game is not out. Home got updated, but there wasn't anything in Home, so, like, what are we talking about? Yeah, Anubis and Ku were, like, arguing back and forth. Who is getting all defensive. Which is funny. I love seeing people argue over leaking children's content. Serious business about Pokemon leaks. It's so funny how none of them get along. It's hard to say, like, everybody's being so vague if it's actually soft resetting or not. I should change my name? Nah. I love Pokemon speculations. It's the most trust me, bro. It is. Source? I made it up. I made it up. Imagine plagiarizing content. That would be crazy. Say, anybody watch the new H-Bomber guy video? Elementary school rumors. It really is like that. Except instead of, like, pride on the playground, it's Twitter clout. I mean, Crew's gotten plenty of stuff wrong. It's not like any of these people have ever never gotten stuff wrong. I don't know, I feel like Koo has had a go at everybody on Pokemon Twitter. I've seen him fight with Joe. I've seen him fight with Anubis, obviously Centro. Such drama for Pokemon. Oh yeah, like that Dusty Go-Goat guy. I don't think I've ever seen that guy tweet out anything remotely, like, accurate. I don't know how you can't not care about that. Don't you, isn't there a little part of you that that cares to not look like a big jackass on the internet? No, I hate Pokemon. %76% of the time. How much percentage is like Gen 1, 2, 3, and 5? How much percentage of Pokemon are those gens that I actually genuinely like? I saw a tweet calling out Cynthia for being super bland. Because I think a lot of people actually do have selective memory, because Cynthia doesn't do anything. Oh no, not my internet, why? Okay, no, we're good. Cynthia doesn't do anything in Diamond and Pearl. She has a much more active role in Platinum. And somebody said that she was boring in Diamond and Pearl, and people got so upset. I love reading people's opinions about Pokemon champions. Come on, internet, don't do this. Is it OBS or is it my internet? The time-old question. Also, when this happens, I never know if anybody can actually hear me. So I'm just talking to nobody. I'm talking to Koraidon. Alright, well. Seems to be green again. Oh, and it's back down to red. It's all the Bellsprout. Bellsprout. The thing that's... I've seen a weird amount of champion discourse lately. The amount of people that stan Diantha is endlessly funny to me. Was Diantha more interesting than the anime? I don't believe that, but like, was she? How did Diantha get so many stans for being such a boring nothing character like everybody in Gen 6? The amount of tweets I saw that were like, step off my girl Diantha. And no, Diantha had so many shooters. I'd love for them to tell me one interesting thing about her personality. She's a movie star. I think Pokemon has been able to be so successful for so long because people just like the designs. That's Pokemon in a nutshell, I feel like. What's up, Train? She was more fleshed out in the anime, but not enough to warrant fans. I mean, she's pretty. I like her team. But to say, like, she's one of the least memorable champions. I don't know where all these rabid Diantha stans came from. Also, it's funny that people will dunk on Leon for having Charizard, but she somehow gets a free pass with Gardevoir. Gita. Gita seems contentious. I saw somebody, the same person that made the claim that Cynthia was boring in Diamond and Pearl, said that Gita had like a really funny moment with Penny, and I have no recollection of that. I think Gita mostly got done dirty with her team. Whoever built her team really flopped. Gita's team is just so weird. It would have been nice for her to be more present in the story. I've seen a lot of copium that's like, hopefully Gita will show up in part 2. I think part 2 is going to be about as long as part 1 is, so that's a lot to cram into like 4 hours, you know? Because of marketing. That is also true. I don't know. Gardevoir is just like Gengar, Charizard, Lucario. It's just one of those annoying, ever-present Pokemon that could really take a generation off, but never does. I guess Leon gets more flack for it because Charizard is Gen 1 darling and Gardevoir is a little less present than Not much, though. Really not much, though. And I still think Gengar has taken over Charizard in, like, merchandising. Yeah, it's like, I would love for Gita to show up, but I just don't think she will. Or if she does, it's gonna be super brief, you know? She'll be like, hello, you can go to Area 0. Okay, bye. They have to be finished with the game. That would be crazy if they weren't. I mean, they don't ship any physical copies. Yeah, none of the Scarlet Violet games come with actual like physical DLC. What's up, everybody? Coming in, we are shiny hunting Bellsprout. Underrated friend. Yeah, they have to have certain deadlines before, before things ship out. That's usually more of a case, though, with, like, when physical games get printed, because obviously they have to ship the game on a physical cart. That's why the first day patch became so prevalent. And has existed for Pokemon in the last few, in the last few games. Well, a new console should be out next year, so... when these games continue to run poorly optimized, maybe some people will wake up and realize that it's a Game Freak problem and not the console. It will likely help, though. A more powerful console will definitely help, but it's Game Freak not optimizing these games correctly. Like, if Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild and all the Xenoblades can run on the Switch, this game most certainly should be able to. What's up, Hot on the Tail? Oh. Uh-oh. Hey, speaking of performance... that one Ghastly, I think, just lagged the game. That's insane. This happens every stream. Anyone who says this game has been fixed or has very minimal bugs still is just a liar. They're just a liar. This game freezes so much in the DLC area. Nothing has been fixed. I don't know, for people like Joe Sarabi to get on and be like, oh, it's better now. Like, you're just a liar. You're just a liar McLiarson who lies. What's up, Mimikyu? 9 days! That can't come fast enough. Yeah, we're just a vocal minority, remember? The game sold a lot of copies, therefore good. That's how that works, right? I don't know. You think honestly the weirdest thing to me is, like, of course TPCI has their own agenda. But wouldn't their agenda mean, like, having the anime come out at the same time as it does in Japan, so you can market Terraplagos? Terraplagos is a major part of the new anime, and we're not getting it over here until February, months after Terraplagos' game debut. I think it actually just premiered in the UK. So weirdly enough, Europe is getting it before America. And then, of course, Japan has had, like, 40 episodes at this point. So, it's just so weird. Apparently, like, Sun and Moon had a better turnaround. There were a few other anime series getting dubs that had faster turnarounds than Horizons has had right now. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's the Pokemon Company's fault. They're the ones who bring this localizing stuff over. So it's on them. I don't know, like, not even the Sun and Moon, obviously all the animes are marketing. But the fact that Horizons is specifically marketing Terapagos as like a cute little guy you should want to buy merchandise of, and they're not gonna have it over here in the West. Well, I don't think they'll catch up in the UK, considering the DLC comes out next week. Maybe they will, who knows. Maybe they just dropped a batch of episodes and said, we're gone, bye. But for Terapagos to get so much more marketing in Japan and then they just ignore it over here is so weird. And I'm gonna still stand by that. I think they should have marketed Ogerpon more. Ogerpon is... Well, maybe my opinion will change next week, but I like Ogerpon more than Terapagos, design-wise. And they didn't do shit for Ogerpon. They didn't do anything for Kitakami. There was no marketing outside of their usual trailers. So, see, it doesn't make any sense, chat. It doesn't make any sense. Are they, like, running focus groups over there to be like, oh, we think kids are gonna like Terapagos more, so we're gonna market Terapagos over Ogerpon? I don't know, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yeah, Ogerpon's fun. If there's one thing I can appreciate about the DLCs we've had for both Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield, is that they've all made the legendary Pokemon like actual characters instead of just a monster. Like, Ogerpon is a cute little character. She has a personality. It's not super deep, but it's there. Just like Calyrex was pretty funny. I guess to some extent they did that with Koraidon and Miraidon, even though they're really just, like, diet toothless. I don't think we know yet. We don't even know Terapagos is typing. Yo, the seven watch streak, let's go! Yeah, Ku teased that we would be getting another Pokemon movie, but nothing's really happened since then. We haven't had a Pokemon movie since Zarude. Like, what are they gonna do for the next Pokemon movie? Apparently it will follow, I almost said Lilo. I wish it was Lilo and Stitch. Liko. Which I find a little bit boring, but okay. Straight to DVD. Hey, they go straight to DVD here. Japan still shows them in theaters. We haven't had you have to have like a special event, or your movie theater has to show it for like 1 or 2 days. Like they did with the Digimon movie that came out recently. Oh, did they release this Pathra? Is that in Pogo or this game? I saw a bunch of people were mad at Niantic. I don't what did they do? People mad at Niantic. Now here's something you guys will never believe. Oh, they always screw over New Zealand. Oh, poor New Zealand. Oh, no. How does this keep happening? How many years has Pogo been running and they still can't figure out their own damn events? That's crazy. Poor New Zealand. With Detective Pikachu? Detective Pikachu actually had some marketing behind it. I remember there had like 7-Eleven straws and stuff you could get. Detective Pikachu made a fair amount of money, but I don't think it made as much as they wanted it to. It wasn't like a Mario movie $1 billion+ success. Which is why I think we haven't had anything since. Maybe the Mario movie performing so well will get them to change their minds, though. What was the budget for Detective Pikachu? I know that new Godzilla movie only has a budget of $15 million. That's insane. Marvel movies are like laundering money. That new Toho Godzilla movie, the CGI looks amazing, and that's only $15 million. That's crazy. Detective Pikachu had a budget of $150 million. Wow. Oh yeah, Ryan Reynolds. You're probably right, Justin. That's probably an over... That's probably correct. I'm not sure who even really loved Ryan Reynolds in that role. Did you know Ryan Reynolds partially owns Mint Mobile? That's why he does so much advertising for them, because he owns a stake in the company. Fun fact. Oh, your Tamagotchi's an adult, Braylon? That's cool. Yeah, he owns an alcohol brand, just like The Rock. That was all started by George Clooney, who had a tequila business that he sold off for $1 billion. Every other celebrity saw that and it was like, I should do that. I feel like Niantic puts the legendary birds in raids every other week. I feel like their raids this year have been particularly stale. Like, what are they doing over there? The Rock is the only person that could what? Which is funny, because if you've seen a lot of Dwayne Johnson's movies, he never really has an online, like a active chemistry with any leading lady. Oh, it was a little joke. I see. A little joke. Yeah, I know that might sound weird, but if you ever watch a Dwayne Johnson movie, they're weirdly sexless. In a lot of recent movies, he turns down guns. I wonder if somebody's trying to run for a official presidential office in the future. Real mystery. I've heard that too, Justin. I've heard that too. Which is kind of pitiful. Like, it's supposed to make him look so tough and cool, but when you hear that, it's like, oh, this guy is fucking pitiful. Honestly, I think The Rock could play really good villains. He never plays villains. Or it's like Black Adam, where it's more of like anti-hero who loves and wants to protect his family, but he's not afraid to mess some guys up. That's like every Dwayne Johnson movie. Gotta protect the family. His best role is probably the Michael Bay movie, what is it, Pain and Gain, where he played like a religious psychopath that like grilled somebody's hand. In a jungle. Did anybody even see Jungle Cruise? I don't think that movie... I don't think I've heard a soul talk about that Jungle Cruise movie. Even in Fortnite. I've seen so much Fortnite stuff lately. Solid Snake in Fortnite. Peter Griffin in Fortnite. Eminem concert in Fortnite. Like, I can't keep up. Wasn't all that memorable. That doesn't surprise me. Speaking of Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds, they were in a Netflix movie that had like a humongous budget that came out like last year. And I've never seen a soul talk about it. I couldn't even tell you the name. Watched it on stream, nice. You know, for as much as Scott merchandises Freddy to every awful brand under the sun like Funko, I'm surprised he hasn't put Freddy Fazbear in Fortnite. I'm sure they've asked. Yeah. Maybe he just needs a larger bag. Yet. You could go to any like big retailer and go find like St. Patrick's Day, 4th of July Freddy Fazbear, but Freddy's not in Fortnite. What's up with that? The Game Awards is soon, chat. I'll probably stream that. It is the 7th. It's this week. I see they're already, like... Jeff Keighley's already been tweeting a bunch of stuff about it. They're bringing back the flute guy. FNAF movie had a few, like, brand deals, but it was really not a lot. Like, that movie was such a slam dunk, guaranteed to bring in a ton of money. I feel like they really did not... Like, they should have had, like, a Pizza Hut crossover, you know? Like, a big pizza chain. I think they had, like, a cookie one for a cookie brand I've literally never heard of before. Oh no, my internet. Stop it. Stop doing this. Charles Entertainment Cheese. That Defunctland video did not do it for me, man. I was so excited for Kevin's new video, and I just did not vibe with that Defunctland video at all. Honestly, at some points, it kind of felt like Walt Disney propaganda. Like, why are you playing such sad... Uh-oh. I'm playing sad music because my internet keeps shitting itself. Why are you playing such sad music for Walt Disney, of all people? Little bit weird. Come on, dude. I hear my computer chugging. It might be OBS again. The last time the stream went down, it was OBS. I had an internet signal, so... This OBS update has kind of been big ass. Oh, if it's not my internet throttling me, it's the software I use. Did I have a team in mind for Indigo Disc? That's a good question. I definitely want to bring some big boys. Wait, can you be rated on YouTube? I guess you can. Thanks for the raid. Today I learned. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. I didn't get, like... Is there a notification you get? I had no idea. YouTube streaming setup is not great. I don't love it. I also don't love my internet continuing to stink right now. Come on. Do I need to close some tabs? I can do that. I can, in fact, do that. Yeah, I had no idea too, Midnight. I had no idea. Today I've learned. I could try turning my bitrate down if that would help. Stream might look a little worse, but... Wish there was an easier way you could diagnose these types of issues. Like, is it OBS? Is it my internet? What's the deal? Well, thanks for the raid, Icy. I appreciate it. You're gonna bring Ogre Pond for Kieran? That's a good idea. That's... I like that idea of bringing Ogre Pond. I should probably do the same. People have said that this DLC is supposedly difficult, but I'm not sure I quite believe that. I'll have to see it to believe it, you know? I was thinking about maybe, like, I could bring Kyogre. Is this a cheese if I bring Kyogre? What's up, fellow students? Check out my legendary god of the ocean. I just bring a team of 6. of 6 Arceus. How do you do, fellow students? Would you like to meet my team of 6 gods? Oh man, I streamed with Wi-Fi a long time ago. Biggest mistake. I don't know how people could stream with Wi-Fi unless your Wi-Fi is, like, excellent. I have Ethernet. I don't know, this most recent version of OBS has been kind of weird. Oh, what game are you talking about, Braylon? I guess there's a million farming sim games out right now. Eric continues to tease the next update for Stardew Valley. I am excited. Eric, that's one of the few, Concerned Ape is one of the few devs I will ride or die with. Oh, Fae Farm? I think I've heard of that. Are they really charging $60 for that game? Are you serious? $60? Christian, thanks for the raid. It's a raid party. Wi-Fi was invented by Australia. I didn't know that, Midnight. That's a fun fact. I still remember dial-up. Connecting to the internet on my parents' old, ginormous gateway computer that they had when I was a kid. Follower emotes don't work in anybody else's chat? Interesting. I'm learning many things tonight. Yeah, I'm excited for the updates to Stardew, but at the same time, Haunted Chocolatier seems very interesting, and I want that game in this next decade. It's like, Toby Fox has taken his time with Deltarune. Which I appreciate. But also, I want to play. That cliffhanger for the last chapter had me, like, shook. That ending to the last chapter of Deltarune was insane. Thanks for the raid, I appreciate it. We're just looking for bell sprouts. Big chillin'. Rapunzel is behind- oh, leave it to Disney to have a super microtransaction hell game. I guess they gotta get all their money from that, considering nobody's going to go see their movies. Funny joke. Alright, well see, Bellsprout's line has betrayed me before. I can't believe they closed that Star Wars hotel so fast. That's insane. Imagine how decrepit that building is right now. All the abandoned rooms and everything. Eve, Gaston, Rapunzel, or Jafar, you'll have to pay $30? Seriously? They're that much? That's insane. I watched, of course, there's a few, like, Molly from Mammoth Club. Although she wasn't with Mammoth Club she didn't have Mammoth Club at the time, but she went and seemed to enjoy it. And I watched Rocco from Mega 64 vlog about it, and he liked it, but I don't know. It seems like you have to really be into the roleplay aspect of it to enjoy it. If you're more of an introvert, or you're not a big Star Wars fan, it really didn't look like it was worth the $5,000 you had to pay for 2 nights. Some players are boycotting the game. Yeah, if it's $30 for all that, jeez. That's like a Sims expansion pack price. That's outrageous. Or like a Pokemon Unite price. Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, the $5,000 cocktail. I've seen people try to defend that, like, oh, you get to go to, what's George Lucas's farm? That sounds so dubious. You get shadow figure George Lucas. You get to go to his ranch or whatever. But like, is that really worth it? You get 1 drink and a trip to his ranch. Ninetales have a $40 Hollowware set that set everybody off. Oh yeah, Pokemon Unite is awful. Pokemon Unite is super, super shady with its pricing. It's a Tencent game, of course it is. And I don't think Pokemon or Game Freak catch enough flack for that. Skywalker Ranch, yes, that's... How did you look that up, Tyler? Yeah, that's what it's called. Drew Gooden just put out a video about Star Wars. I could watch Drew talk about anything. For $5,000, yeah, no kidding. I think the thing that gets me about the Star Wars hotel is that the rooms were just kind of like bunk beds. When you pay $5,000 for a hotel room, you should at least have like a nice room. Not like it looks like a kid's room is what I should say. It looks like a kid's room. Well, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Have a good night. I don't know, if you're an adult with a bunk bed, you know, more power to you. But I've seen Curtis get a lot of flack lately. Curtis posted a very unfunny clip from his comedy special, and it's like, people are paying for this? Hopefully Curtis and hopefully none of those guys are plagiarizing like half of the other YouTube community. Oh my god. That's insane, Justin. I keep thinking about that. The completionist situation is so buck wild. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. It's actually getting worse by the day. Like, I keep thinking about it. It's so crazy. I've seen people say, like, his dad has a company that's, like, involved with all these sponsors. Like, I've seen some weird stuff. It's so bizarre. How do you mismanage $600,000 that was supposed to be for charity in your dead mother's name? like his complete radio silence. It's like obviously he's doing like lawyer stuff, and his lawyer probably said don't say anything, but like at least be like, we're investigating the situation, I have a lawyer, talk to you guys soon. Like, I say something. The fact that he just vanished from the internet and people are continuing to find more shady stuff with his organizations and his charity is so wild. I liked Gerard too. Like, I unsubscribed from the Completionist a while ago because I just don't like his editing and his annoying... Whoever writes his videos, I just don't care for his writer. But I like Gerard as a person. He seemed nice. He seemed like a perfectly fine guy. But, you know, it shows you can't trust anybody. It's just like, wow, dude. You truly never know. You truly never know. I've seen Gerard's stuff since I was a kid. I was probably a child when I first found the Completionist, back when he was still doing videos with Greg. I'm sure Greg is like over the moon about all this. I don't even know what Greg is up to these days. A lot of Completionist fans probably don't even remember Greg. But it's funny, all the people that came to his defense and were like, Gerard's such a good guy. Haven't seen many of those people lately. Yeah, because, like, why should they? Why should they give him any benefit of the doubt? Oh. The Illuminati stuff is so funny. That woman just torpedoed her career over nothing. Tyler and I have been watching H-Bomber Guy's video about YouTube plagiarists. It's a good video. There's quite a few people in there that I had no idea were big plagiarists, like internet historian, and I did know about the angry video game nerd stuff. I did get a chuckle out of him saying all of James's stuff now is just empty content mill to run ads. Get his ass. How sad, dude. How sad. Yeah, it's you know what the first incident with Illuminati was? One of her editors asked or one of Legal Eagle's editors asked one of her editors how they did a trick. How they did an editing trick. And that spiraled into her accusing him of plagiarism. When she plagiarizes almost all of her content. How do you not do that and think you're not going to get caught? Is my question. Like, if I just, like, lifted information... Let's say I did, like, a big Pokemon video and I just, like, loosely copied somebody else's video. Like, I would get caught doing that. How do you think you're so important that you're not going to get caught doing that? Just copying people's words and then loosely changing them out to make it look like you're not a plagiarist. Like you have to have balls to do that. I'm just gonna copy this guy's review and hope nobody notices. Oh, I don't even know the stuff about the doll. I don't even know, like, the extra drama stuff about her. I just know that it started with the Legal Eagle stuff. And then it turned out that she's just a lying plagiarist. I mean, like, when these people are constantly coming out with videos, like, twice a week, these long essays, it's like, no wonder they're trying to take the lazy route out. She neglected her dog. God, that woman has, like, a laundry... I know she abused her boyfriend. She neglected her dog. I know she sent out a lot of, like, cease and desists as well. Which is probably never really a good look. I didn't realize she was such a trend chaser. In Harry's video, he highlighted that she used to do story times. And then she used to do, like, all the big YouTube trends she tried until she stumbled upon being a video essayist. Which I guess there's nothing wrong with chasing trends. I just think it's interesting. Did she actually have passion for being a video essayist, or was it just trend chasing to make money? I think it was the latter. This video was sponsored by Raid Shadow Soap VPN X War of Thunder. What's up, Leo? How you been? Internet historian getting busted for being a plagiarizer is also pretty funny. Guy just stole a well-written Mental Floss article and just put it almost the entire thing in the script. And then tried to play coy when it got copyright claimed. Because it actually was copyright infringement. I watched that video too. I watched the Man in Cave video. Not realizing that he plagiarized most of it. There's something, like, sneaky, like, inherently sneaky about people who, like, like, plagiarize stuff, right? They think they're being so sneaky, getting away with it, just changing around a few words. He also, of course, brought up the infamous IGN guy that got busted. I didn't realize this, but that IGN guy that stole the Dead Cells review, he plagiarized his own IGN coworker for one thing that he, air quotes, wrote. Can you imagine the gall to do something like that to one of your coworkers? I still remember that whole, like, what happened when that whole thing broke. And it turns out a lot of his old, like, Nintendo videos that he had before working for IGN, he copied those too. And I love that half of these people, when they get caught, they try to act like it was an accident. Oh, I didn't mean to lift this guy's review almost word for word. It was just an accident. Ooh, nice. Shiny Shroomish is a classic. Nice. I've seen a lot more people get into RNG manip for shiny hunting. Interesting. I swear I've seen more mentions of RNG manip than like ever recently. Why does my sweater get picked up? I'm like adjusting my sleeve and my microphone's like, yes, this needs to be picked up. No, it does not, microphone. Oh yeah, Breloom cannot learn Spore. Somebody, me, found that out the hard way. If you want to evolve it and for Breloom to have Spore, it's got to learn it as a Shroomish, which is some garbage. Imagine accidentally evolving a Shroomish into a Breloom and not realizing that. They can be fun, but they can also be stressful. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'd have the concentration for it. Streaming. I definitely would love to, like... I don't know. There's only so much Scarlet and Violet I can play, you know, before it's just, wow, I need to play a new game. This is why I desperately need the DLC to come out, because... Like, I don't know how people are able to shiny hunt having like 10 different shiny hunts going. I would definitely flub something. Yeah, but you need to be ready to press that button though, right? You have to be ready. Didn't even bother getting the DLC. You are not the only person that I know that has said that, Leo. You are not alone. Yeah, that's actually kind of interesting. I definitely have seen more people doing RNG manip lately. Variety as in non-Pokemon? See, here's the thing. I don't know. Like, sure, I play other games. Like, Tyler and I have been playing a lot of Vampire Survivor. And, you know, I love games like Sunhaven, Stardew Valley, but do I really want to play them for an audience? Not really. Especially since with, like, Vampire Survivor, Tyler and I are just kind of figuring it out as we go. And I know for sure there would be backseaters for that. Like, the time I played Tears of the Kingdom on stream, like, I don't know where they had materialized from, but I already had people like, oh, you should press this button with that button, and you should go here, and it's like, I'm going to scream. Yeah, exactly, Normal Shrub, or it's just like something I just want to enjoy in my own time. Man, I'm so rusty at Mario Kart, I would get destroyed. Also, things like that would be fun. But only, like, stream regulars would like, participate in that. That's not something that would grow an audience. I mean, I haven't had... You want to be real... You want to be truly real. I haven't had... My stream has gone... The growth, not here no more. No more growth. But I think a lot of that is on the climate, like, the climate. I sound like, oh, the political climate of Pokemon. I don't know, a lot of people just don't seem interested in Scarlet and Violet. How many people have said, I haven't bought the DLC or I haven't picked up the game in 6 months? And it's like, I understand. I truly do. I think Pokemon has been kind of boring in a few regards lately. The merchandise is kind of flopping. There's no spin-off games to be excited or anything like that. Like, who cares about Detective Pikachu 2, dude? Like, it's just kind of like, we're in the Sahara Desert of Pokemon right now. We're SpongeBob in Sandy's dome. We have no water. Like, I totally get it. I can't blame anybody for being sick of Pokemon. And I can't blame anybody for being, like, kind of over this franchise with how Scarlet and Violet perform. Like, it's just unfortunate. It's just a bit unfortunate. I don't think their cycle has changed. So I don't have much confidence, but you never know. It's like, we could have said that about Sword and Shield. It's like, oh, Sword and Shield is just a bump in the road. They're just getting used to next-gen hardware, and it's like, one Scarlet and Violet later, it's like, oh, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Yeah, like, I love Pokemon through and through, but man, sometimes streaming it, I just can't. Like, I didn't stream on Saturday, and it's because I just didn't want to play. Pal World? Is that like Temtem? Is that the Pokemon with guns? I would have played Temtem, but Temtem was like $30, and that's like, it's a lot of money for a Pokemon ripoff game. Oh, that's what that is? Okay. I don't know if it's good. Yeah, I have... Do I? Yeah, I have Mario Kart 8, but I don't have any of the DLC. I kind of wish they would just sell it as like a nice pack. Everybody should play Pikmin 4. It's the best game on the Switch this year, Pikmin 4. It comes out on the 14th, Normal Shrub, next week. Next week. I know, it's probably hard for you to remember because they haven't done like any marketing for it. Where's the trailers? Where's anything? Like, they don't even believe in their own hype right now. What's everybody's favorite Mario Kart course? Oh, Pal World is next month? Really? I didn't realize it was such a close release. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Hopefully it's more interesting than Temtem. Bowser's Castle, a classic. Calamari Desert is probably my favorite Mario Kart stage. Are you shiny? I can't. Thanks for the crab luck. We could use it because Bellsprout is not cooperating. Mushroom Ridge. Calamari Desert is just such a classic, dude. It's such a classic. Cheap Cheap Beach, another classic. I really like, well, Mario Kart Double Dash is my favorite Mario Kart game. But I really like a lot of Super Circuit tracks. Like the original Cheese Land. I do not enjoy the remake that they gave Cheese Land. They turned it into a desert. It's not a desert, it's cheese! Waluigi Pinball. In Discord, can you make one, Tyler? Or is that only me? Woohoo! I wish they'd make another Double Dash. I love Double Dash. '64 Super Circuit, Double Dash, and the DS, Mario Kart DS are probably the ones I've put the most hours into. A cycling road Pokemon course?
Welcome
that would be
back.
Amazing. Leo with the 39 months! Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 39. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Oh. Boys are back in town. No, they're gonna do another Mercedes crossover. Y'all remember that? That was crazy. Your favorite video game characters now teaming up with big vehicles. Big automotive companies. Dun 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 dun. On Paldean Fates, it's okay. I don't know if it'll ever top Hidden Fates and honestly even Shining Fates. It's okay. Some of the choices are kind of boring. I don't know, it's like we just got a shiny Mew card. I'm pretty over Gardevoir. I guess the Wug Trio illustration rare is kind of neat. It has a lot of annoying trash in it, like Iono. That card will be weirdly worth a lot of money, even though... Why? I don't know, Hidden Fates I feel like is always going to be the GOAT. Yeah, it's like, why are we doing, like, the Gardevoir line again when that was in Hidden Fates? There's a lot of, like, dupes. Ditto was back again. Like, I appreciate, Entei being in the set, because Suicune was in, Shining Fates. I hate that I have to think about that. Too many fates. I don't know, some of the choices are just kind of meh. The shiny Mew would have hit harder if we literally just didn't get a set with shiny Mew in it. I don't know, and it's like, of course there's a Charizard in there. It's like... I guess that's tradition for these shiny sets, because both Hidden and Shining have one. Howdy. Yeah, Mario Kart 64 was my first Mario Kart. It's probably why Calamari Desert is my favorite. It's got a train! I don't know. I haven't pulled anything lately with Pokemon cards. I opened my binder the other day to get something out. To move it to reorganize. And I realized I really haven't gone to my card binder in a while because I haven't pulled anything. 151 has not treated me well. So it's kind of hard to be hyped for new sets when I've just had an awful streak with Pokemon cards lately. Like, I don't know if they tampered with the pull rates or if I'm just incredibly unlucky. I also haven't really had a chance to get a whole lot of 151 because they just don't seem to want to stock it. You never played Double Dash? Oh my god. Double Dash is so good. Has a lot of great courses too, like DK Mountain. DK Mountain is kind of a hard course. I know it's usually like Rainbow Road, but DK Mountain has like a pretty narrow turning section with a bridge with no... It's just a pit. And I would die there a lot as a kid. I would go into the pit. Double Dash is a great entry. I highly recommend. It would be nice for them to release it on Nintendo Online, but I feel like they don't want to do that because then it'll cut into the profits of Mario Kart 8. It's like a double-edged sword. Oh, the Yukimori cards? Nice. I love her. I think her first card was like Ammonite all the way back in like Neo. One of the first Neo sets. I would have loved to have gone to her exhibit where she had all her clay Pokemon on display. That would have been so cool. I follow her on Twitter. She's cool. She also seems to know a decent amount of English. So she'll tweet all her tweets are in Japanese and then she translates it to English. Tried your butt off to win. It's kind of crazy how many Pokemon artists for the TCG have been at it for like decades. Like, they've definitely brought in some new blood lately, but like a lot of the artists have been there for years and years and years and years and years. Does Ken still do Pokemon stuff? I've been meaning to watch that Did You Know Gaming video about him, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. I think that's a shiny right there. I think we just found our boy. We just found our bell. Oh, you got them orange. That's not orange. Yellow leaves. I don't know my colors. Yay! Hi, friend. Bellsprout, you're so underrated. You're so underrated, friend. I did look it up. Before I got deep into this hunt, I looked up Bellsprout just to make sure. I've like never... I don't think I've ever seen shiny Bellsprout before in a game. Let's go! Ooh, we gotta add another to the counter. No mark. Still, that's That's a nice shiny. I like that shiny a lot. I love Bellsprout. Tell me, why do Vileplume or Oddish and Bellsprout lines have no forms or anything? They have no love for my Gen 1 boys who are grass. Does Blossom count? Does Gen 2 count for adding another one? It's like Hitmontop. The Hitmonlees don't have anything, or Hitmonlee, the Hitmons. Neither Lee nor Chan. Or Top. Yeah, Bellsprout has been AWOL for a while. Look at the way this game is running right now. I'm on like a yellow shiny streak right now. We just got Bellsprout. I got Bellybolt the other day. We're getting all the yellow gold friends. Let's go. I hate the way Nurse Joy says that. Still up and about? Maybe. Why are you so judgmental, lady? Maybe. You're gonna hunt Arceus? Oh, you mean I should? Oh, I'd have to boot up BDSP. My favorite Pokemon game. I hope you guys enjoy Nurse Joy now, because it doesn't look like she's in part 2. It looks like Nurse Joy's have to unionize because they're losing their jobs to the automated machines. She's just not there anymore. What's up, Bellsprout? Bellsprout is so funny. Now, Bellsprout is peak Pokemon. Perfect creature. Oh, it even has, like, texture on its, mouth. Every time I see Venus flytraps in, like, the store, I always want to rescue them all like lobsters in the tank. We go from belly to bell. Wait. It's bell hour. My god. Are there any more bells I can shiny hunt? Oh yeah, we got Crawdaunt last Outbreak hunt as well. Not too bad. Sometimes when this game loads a little slowly, it always freaks me out. Yeah, Bronzor. Go for the actual bells. Well, is there anyone else over here? I still need Weepin in Victory. Weepin. We shiny hunted Weepinbell once and it never showed up. Did get Levani, which is fun. Alright, anything in Paldea? Obama Snow. Pass. Pachi would be good if I didn't already have it. Chansey have. Alright, I think... Ooh! Wait a second, I don't have either of these. We have Shroodle, but not Grafaiai. And I have Knackley, but not the other two. Okay. It had me going in the first half. Why'd they go with Dragonite? It should have been Garchomp. Why Dragonite? The one that flies as fast as a jet is Garchomp. Ugh, sometimes it's weird to come back to the vanilla game. I do like Kitakami. It has good vibes. I also like the... Okay, hi fellas. Go-Goat meeting. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. I think the ambient music in Kitakami is just better. Crazy that the DLC comes out next week. Okay, we have another mountain to climb. Yay. Oh, I'm not saying Dragonite's not fast, but I think of that as Garchomp. My dearest boy. Okay, do we have more than one appearing by the ocean? It looks like we... Oh, this area. The Scyther Golduck prison. Alright. Alright, this looks okay. Purugly. I like Purugly. Is that a hot take? Purugly is funny, actually. Oh, Scyther, I can't tab out for 1 second. He has his eyes closed at me. That's rude. I couldn't even acknowledge that it got into a battle. Can you leave? Man, please put repels in your future open world games, Pokemon, please. Pogo event? I'll be honest, I have not picked up Pogo in months. So, I have not even been keeping up with it. So, I don't know. I just really have had no desire to play. I think Garchomp can just fly. Garchomp flying is just one of those things that's just like... It just does. There's no wing flapping involved. It kind of levitates. The last time I played Pogo was when they added the Gen 9 starters in, like, Lechonk. Have not really kept up with it since. Which, I don't know. I've done that with Pogo a lot. But I haven't even had like a... Oh, I gotta pick it up again to get Hisui Samurai, like... I don't know. Call me when they, like, do Cowboy Hat Caterpie or something, or Wurmple with a hat comes back. Scyther... Why did they close their eyes? Gosh, leave me alone. They had to have this area filled to the brim with aggressive Pokemon, didn't they? No, if it's not Scyther, it's a really annoying Pokemon like Golduck. Why does this thing spawn all over the map? Wurmple should just have a bunch of different hats. They should just do an event solely where one Wurmple has a top hat, One Wurmple has a party hat. One Wurmple has a really cool pair of sunglasses. Just a legion of Wurmple. I don't know, a lot of their events have just felt contrived lately. Like, their fashion event, I had no interest in. I don't know. Wurmple hat supremacy. Pogo can have Pokemon wearing cute little outfits, and so can Pokemon Unite, but never seems like something they want to implement in the main games. Get this Scyther out of here. Can you not, Mushy Mush? Oh my lord. This game. I send Breloom out, and Breloom's just like, huh? 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 Like, the pathing is so... Huh? I should have that sound bite on my stream deck. Huh? Breloom would have been a great candidate for a Paradox form, I agree. You definitely could have made it more raptor-like. Iron Mush. Okay, they probably would have ruined it if it was a Violet Paradox. What if Breloom was a robot? Iron Jugulus is a really good one for Pokedokus. Because nobody ever remembers that Iron Jugulus exists. So if you ever get, if you ever get old Iron Jugulus with its, what is it, Dark Flying? Yeah, we could do the Pokedoku. I think it's a Smogon crossover today. I've been stinking the Pokedokus lately. My streak is over. I'm in shambles. Iron Jugulus might be my least favorite Paradox Pokemon. They did Hydreigon dirty. I do not approve of that. It's so little, too. Like, why did they make Jugulus so small? Alright. Pokedoku time. I'll link it in both chats in case you guys want to participate. I don't like Jugulus at all. Ground fly. Alright, so yeah, I wonder who they want you to put here. It's a real head scratcher. Could it be our dear friend Landorus? Waterground, Swampert, Wishcash, Quag, Dragon Water, Palkia, Legendary Water. Who would be on? How about Ogre? Let's do Wellspring. Okay. Who's a good legendary steel type? Dialga? Who else is steel besides DD? I don't think Ultra Beasts count for legendaries on here anymore. Oh, how about somebody... Actually, how about Cobalion? Registeel would also work, I think. Legendary Flying. This could be anybody. This could be about 1,000,000 Pokemon. It could be a genie, it could be a bird. How many people would go with Ho-Oh? Not many. Not many. Okay, we can do Ho-Oh for flying. Flying Dragon. Well, Dragonite, right? Who else is flying dragon? There's a lot of flying dragons. Rayquaza? Salamence? Charmeleon! Wartortle. I know they want me to put Landorus in here. I know Smogon wants me to put Landorus in here. I know they do. Okay, I got a cheeky one. Salamence is dragon flying, right? So let's do Mega Salamence. 11.2? It's not as cheeky as I thought it would be. That's not as cheeky as I thought it would be. Boo. I think people are catching on to doing Megas and like G-Maxes to try to get more unique points. I think I goobered that. Okay. How about Dialga Origin? No! 15.2! No! Well, you know we gotta do, we gotta do both of them. I don't know who made these sprites, but they did a good job. They did a good job. Okay, Water Ground. Who would be the least popular? Would people think of Wishcash? Would people think of my dear friend Wishcash? Oh, I guess Gastrodon would work too. I'm gonna do Wishcash. Wishcash. Okay, 11.8. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, Steel Ground. That would be Steelix, right? We've done Steelix before. Who the heck else is Steel Ground? And not Steel Rock? Steel Ground. What about... Oh god, I hope this... Please don't. Please don't be wrong. Okay, it's right. Alolan Dugtrio works. I got scared. And then Flying Ground. Landorus. There can't be that many more Flying Ground Pokemon. Okay, I'll just do Land. I can't think of anybody else. I can't think of anybody else. We'll put Therian in there. Yay, I win! Alright. Oh, Gligar. Ugh, I always forget about Gligar. Dragonite. No, more people did Salamence than I wanted them to. Yeah, Rayquaza's the least popular. What the heck? Oh, Goodra, of course. Duraludon, I feel like, is the most obvious one besides DD. More people went Duraludon than Dialga, huh? Kingdra! Oh, Tatsu, right. And Wake. Kyogre. Oh, Urshifu. Urshifu is very unpopular for these, so pro Pokedoku tip, chat. If you go Urshifu, you're probably going to get more unique points because people don't remember it exists. Finny. Primal Kyogre, like, okay. Registeel. Oh, Heatran. We could have did Heatran. I will never remember that these exist, chat. Necrozma Dusk who? Oh, the genies are last. I should have just did a genie. I've been doing Enamorus for flying legendary. Enamorus is not very popular. I wonder why. Wooper? Really? People did not think about Wooper? Wooper's only 6%? I should have did Barboach, actually. I should have thought about that longer. Because people immediately thought about all the evolved forms, leaving Wooper, Barboach, and Marshtomp down here. Palpy would have been a good one, too. Oh. Iron Treads. Okay, good. Alolan Dugtrio was not high. That was okay. Smogon did okay. What's up, Destruggle? That was an okay one. I can't believe Wooper was dead last. Nobody didn't think of Wooper? I would have figured Wooper would have been one of the first ones. What is the sound effect they went with this Pokemon? And I pick my phone up and Golduck. It's Golduck. Can they give you a form so you could get away from me? Wait, why did I get off the dragon? The duck. If you gave Golduck a form, chat, what would you do with it? Would you make it water psychic like it so rightfully should be? Or would you do something completely different, like make it fairy or something? Psychic Steel? That's fun. They gotta do, like, why haven't they done anything with Golduck? Crazy. I bring this up a lot, too, because it's always just, like, one of those Pokemon that's always there, but has no form. Water Psychic and make it levitate. I picture, like, a Mega Alakazam situation. Hold on, I turned my bitrate down when the internet was stinking. Let me turn it back up again. Should have been more psychic to begin with. They were kind of wild in Gen 1. I mean, the coolest Golduck thing will always be, I think it was from Team Rocket? Team Rocket set? That card where it's like in the ocean shooting out a giant beam from its gem. Like, that's so cool. I love all the like, Golduck is supposed to be like a Kappa, but it's really just a blue duck. It doesn't really have the markings of all the Kappas I've seen in other media. Like, there's a Digimon Kappa. There's Kappas in Vampire Survivors. But Golduck's just kind of a duck. It's just kind of a blue duck. With a gem. That's it. Oh, does Yokai Watch have one? That doesn't surprise me. Is Yokai Watch still going? Is that still an ongoing franchise? It's crazy how that blew up in popularity and then kind of disappeared. It's dead? They'll probably revive it in like 10 years when all the Zoomers who grew up with it are... Would that have been Zoomers? Gen Alpha? When all the kids who grew up with Yokai Watch, they'll bring it back and be like, hey, remember Yokai Watch? Huge impact on Gen 7. It's weird to think about anything like that ever quaking Pokemon. I'll never forget, somebody I remember doing a Yokai Watch video and they weren't very positive about it. They got so many people who are so mad. Very mad that they did not love Yokai Watch. I don't, like, what even are, like, popular kids animes these days? No gameplay, but beautiful graphics. That's actually really funny. Yeah, I never got into Yokai Watch because it just looked... I was just too old. It was definitely a franchise I could see was very, very much made for children. Like, maybe it had more to offer, like Digimon or Avatar, I don't know. But it definitely was like, yeah, this looks like it was made for kids. Well, I mean, yokai themselves are just Japanese. That's just a Japanese folklore. They have a lot of imagine recolors in a video game of a creature. Imagine them being kind of rare and sought after. Imagine there being debates about how methods of getting them are legit or not. Any Lorcana cards? No. I'm not Disney pilled enough to care about that card game. Like, if I opened a pack and I pulled, like, Raya or Elsa Dragon, I would be like, ew. I would be like, no thank you. It seems like a card game that's just, like, 100% fake hype. Like, it's kind of rare, and so people are scalping it. The new Disney cards? Yes. I don't know if they... I honestly... I know this is cynical, but I think they're being underprinted to inflate the hype. I think it's all purposeful. I think Disney saw the Pokemon pandemic card fiasco of 2020 and 2021 and was like, alright, fellas. We're gonna make a card game. And we're gonna barely print any of it and inflate the hype and get scalpers involved. To provide more hype for our card game. I don't know if I've ever seen them in stores either. I don't know, maybe it's a fun card game, who knows? I just don't trust Disney. Because Disney, for their ginormous empire, they don't really have their hands in, like, video game stuff right now. Not that trading cards are, like, video game based, but I could see them if this trading card thing continues to go well for them, I could see them making, like, a Lorcana Online thing where they, like, do microtransactions like Master Duel or Hearthstone or anything like that. Yeah, Leo, exactly. It's like I already have Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And maybe occasionally Digimon. I can't handle any more card games. Most valuable, expensive cards. Let's see. $7,000 for Elsa. Okay, those are all just like fake inflated. I don't believe that for a second. No one's paying $7,000 for Elsa, please. $34,000, just shy of 40K. Oh. Wow, how affordable. Finally, a card game for me. Jeez. I can tell that it's rare and barely printed because a lot of the deal websites I follow on Twitter tweet every time the set goes live somewhere. I know they're making affiliate bank on those cards. Pokemon has been so much easier to get, except for 151. The 151 bundles have been so rare. They have been restocking, though. Target had them for a few hours the other day. I don't know, I hate the special sets. Sets that don't have, like, booster boxes can be so annoying. Because I don't want to go out and buy these, like, expensive boxes that I've already purchased, like the poster collection or the binder collection. Like, I don't need this excess plastic or cards I already own. I just want the packs. Yeah, you're probably right, Leo. That set will definitely, outshine 151 when it comes out. Outshine. Shiny pun. I don't know, it's like, I haven't bought the ETB, but ETBs are such a flop for me. Every ETB I buy is just ready to spend 40 bucks on nothing. And you can always get the promo cards for the ETBs for like 90 cents on TCG Player or eBay or whatever. I didn't buy the legendary... What? I can't even remember what they're called. The Ultra Premium Mew collection. I just bought all the promo cards for like less than $15. I wish I liked the promo card for the Paldean Fates more. The Mimikyu? I just don't really like. Yeah, it's like you get all these sleeves and these dice and these all this other stuff that, you know, I don't really play the card game, so it's kind of wasted on me. Yeah, why Mimikyu? Exactly. Why not? That's another thing. The set should be stacked with Gen 9 Pokemon, and there's so many non-Gen 9 Pokemon in there. Like, yeah, it really does feel like the ETB looks so much like like we're back in Gen 7. And he's one of the best artists, but I just don't like that Mimikyu art is just kind of a flop. I don't really like it. Like, why not do... I don't know. They should have Koraidon and Miraidon in the set. But I guess since you can't get them shiny in-game, they're like, no. We'll get them shiny in some recolor set like Zacian and Zamazenta at the end of Gen 9's lifespan. I was gonna say, instead of Koraidon and Miraidon, I was gonna say like another iconic Gen 9 shiny. But then I immediately thought of like Ceruledge, Armarouge, the Cheddars. don't know, what would be a good, like, Belly Bolt would have worked. How about Belly Bolt? They could have done Belly Bolt. I really like Screamtail. I eagerly await more Paradox Pokemon merchandise because I really like Screamtail. I like Walking Wake a lot too. Walking Wake has a Tommy figure coming out this month that I might pick up. Even though I'm really sad that all Tommy figures are tiny baby figures now instead of the supersized figures that they used to sell. I mean, they still haven't given me a Gimme Ghoul plush, so... I don't know when they'll ever get around to Paradox stuff, but... I mean, they better make Wo Chien. I want a Wo Chien plush immediately. Yes, I'll take one of your finest Wo Chien plushies, please. Oh, the Slitherwing plush would be so cute. Imagine if they made it so fluffy. I've retweeted so much Screamtail art. Like, my Twitter is just occasionally tweeting that I'm live and just a ton of art from cool artists. But I definitely notice I retweet a lot of, like, Jigglypuff and Screamtail. Because they're cool. I like them. You want a shiny hunt Chi-Yu? I do like the secrets in Paldean Fates. The gold secrets look really nice. They look better than, like, the Tapus in Hidden Fates. Which I appreciate. Because sometimes Pokemon does gold cards and they look... bad. I hate the break cards. I hate the break cards so much. Yeah, they have a really neat texture to them. Which, of course, I think those were those Japanese cards. Hopefully that texture comes over here. The Sizzlepede chair, yes, it's quite cute. I think it's probably Premium Bandai, though, so... It's hard to get excited about anything Premium Bandai. Especially since importing a chair that big would be very expensive. Like, Mamma Mia. They have a Slowpoke chair. It's like a sofa cushion. It's like a tiny couch that I love, but... I could not imagine the cost to import furniture from Japan. I'm sure a place like Mecha Japan is selling it for probably too much money. Some of your break cards have pieces of the gold flaking off. That reminds me of some of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Gold sets. I've had that happen with some of my gold plated Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards where I put it in the sleeve and the gold just chips off the card. Like, oh. Oh, okay. I love when that happens. It's such a shame they don't ever bring any of that stuff over here. Like, people would buy a Sizzlepede chair over here. They haven't released any jumbo plushies lately either. The Pokemon merch has just been like... I don't know, man. There's been some neat promotions, like I like the Tandemouse, the Cheddars promo they did recently. But we're probably not going to get any of that over here. It feels like they're taking longer to import plushies from Japan now. And the US Pokemon Center is just charging outrageous prices now. Like, the Sitting Cuties going from $10.99 all the way to $16.99 sucks. It sucks real bad. I went through and looked through the Sitting Cuties the other day, and it's like, they still have some of the original $10 ones, but there really are not many left. And if they get restocked, they're gonna raise the price on all of them. That just sucks so much, dude. The point of Sitting Cuties was small, decently made plushies for a low cost, and now they're like, that'll be 20 bucks each, please. I know it doesn't cost you you guys that much to manufacture these. I know it doesn't. Ugh, and then the Grey Hat Pikachu fiasco stuff, that was awful. I never got to buy anything. I never got to buy any Grey Hat Van Gogh Pikachu stuff. I wanted to get a canvas and it was just gone in like 5 minutes. Like everything just sold out so fast. And I was not at my computer, so I didn't get anything. And it's like, most of the inflation is just companies charging more because they can. Like, Pokemon is not pressed for resource materials or anything like that. They're charging more because they can and they will get away with it. It's not like a small independent plush maker charging a little bit more. A billion-dollar company charging way more just 'cause they can. There's some suit at TPCI that's twiddling their fingers evilly. Yes. Charge them $5 more for the Sitting Cuties. They'll pay for it. Ugh. It's cheaper to import Sitting Cuties from Japan now. Yeah, greed. Like, yen is still very bad. The dollar is still much stronger than yen. So, honestly, if you want to do like a big Pokemon Center order, it'd probably be better to just import it. Which is crazy. I still want to make a video about how to buy from the Japanese Pokemon Center. Because it's very easy. Or just buying from just getting a Japanese address and having everything shipped to you is super easy. Can we, I can't, they're forming an impenetrable wall of Swablu. Corporate CEOs hate her. She's giving money to a different section of Pokemon. Damn her. How could she do this to us? She's still inadvertently giving us money, just a different way. Oh no. Hey, at least the Japanese Pokemon Center has way better jewelry and like shirts and accessories and stuff like that than we have here. I can't believe that collaboration with that like bougie brand I've never heard of where it's like, that'll be $200 for one t-shirt, please. What? Huh? Pokemon just for the 1% now? $200 for like a basic, probably like China factory made t-shirt. I'm gonna decline on that one. Actually, it was made in Vietnam. That happened to me as well. I had a random shiny Swablu just show up out of the blue, so same. That Charizard pen was loot. Like, you guys have lost the plot. Yeah, and they just threw it. I remember reading the reviews for that $200 Charizard pen. They just threw it in the box. It doesn't have... Like, when you're paying hundreds of dollars for a pen, I feel like there's some sort of expectation that you're gonna have luxurious packaging. But no, they just throw it in a standard box because it's just sitting in their warehouse like everything else. Nobody cares that it's $200 for a pen. It's just basic. It's just in there. It's just in the warehouse with the rest of their shit. So they just throw it in a box. With no bubble wrap or anything. I did put the Groudon sitting cutie on a Christmas list. His Groudon sitting cutie is still only $10. I'm gonna get a Gordon for Christmas, maybe. I'm giving Santa a Groudon for Christmas. You know, for $200 for a pen, I want Charizard itself to come and deliver it to me. Charizard better descend from the sky and hand deliver me that pen. Yeah, that would... I'm giving Santa global warming for Christmas. Do-do-do-do-do. Turtle power. Who knows whenever we'll get Gen 6 sitting cuties. Much to my dismay, I'm probably gonna end up paying almost $20 for Tyrantrum. All I ever wanted was a Tyrantrum plush, and now they're gonna price gouge me for my beautiful boy. Protect. Oh, the rare protect 3 times in a row. That NPC's luck is god tier. Tyrantrum is worth it. See, this is why I think whoever makes decisions on what Pokemon are going to be popular for a gen just has no earthly clue what they're doing. Tyrantrum having no merchandise? Wrong. Illegal. Hurtful. Heartbreaking. How do you not make merchandise of your cool dinosaur Pokemon? If there's one thing most people universally love, it's dinosaurs. Tyrant got a plush and a Tomy figure, which I own both. But Tyrantrum got nothing. Why? Why? I do appreciate that Jazzwares is cranking out some interesting Pokemon choices lately. Like, yeah, it's a lot of starters, and of course they've done Gengar, Charizard, whatever, but like they have a Poliwhirl figure. And it's like, that's a cool choice, you know? They sometimes do Dark Horse Pokemon picks. which I appreciate. More Pokemon hoodies. The problem with Pokemon clothing in the West is that it's just gonna be the same stock art you and I have all seen since since 20 years ago. They have a cool Tinkaton and I think Grievard sweater in Japan that I've briefly considered ordering. Because I love Tinkaton. But you'll just never get that here. There was something the other day, chat, that had me flabbergasted. Let me find it. This is the worst product I've ever seen. This is like the ultimate definition of graphic design is my passion. Here, I found it. I found it. This is the worst Pokemon product packaging I have ever seen. It is so bad. I think I tweeted about it, so some of you might have seen this. Hold on. Here it is. Tell me this isn't just the worst thing you've ever seen. Like, what? I sure do love Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green stock Pikachu art. Like, this looks AI generated. This seriously looks AI generated. That background does not look like anybody... Like, any human made that. What is this? They're just kind of placed on the ground. What, like, what is this? That Pikachu stock art haunts my dreams. That is the same render we've had since Fire Red and Leaf Green. Some of you probably weren't even alive with how long this render has been alive. Alive. The render is alive. I hate this. Yeah, the Japanese TCG line is incredible. They get such cool art. Where is that here? This is the kind of slop we get here, chat. Let me go look at Poke Beach. I know Poke Beach will have the latest Japanese TCG accessories. It's so bad, dude. It is so bad. It's just night and day difference with it. Of course, now I can't find any Pokemon Japanese card deck. This is just so ugly. It does! It looks AI generated. And it would not surprise me if it was. Like, how do you okay this? This is so awful. It is so bland. Okay, I found it. It is a web page. Hold on. But this is like the kind of stuff we're dealing with here. This is... Whoops. This ugly Ultra Pro thing's gotta go. I don't know, like, even those two are way better. A flash of the future. You have the Roaring Moon and Valiant. Those are binders, I think. Like, look at this. Look at they have both Volcarona forms here. Like, that Slitherwing one is better than any Ultra Pro stuff we've had in like a decade. Like, it's actually an artist made this. Look at this one, chat. Look at how cute this one is. Of the cheddars, which their name always gets translated by Google to narwhal. Narwhals, narwhals. These are not narwhals. Deck shield narwhal. But you have like the cheddars. It almost has like the grid. I really like the grid. It's almost kind of vapor wavy. Or like look at the Aegislash one. And then you have what's her face down here with the Houndoom and the Armor Rouge. Like these are so much better. Why? Why? The night and day difference is insane. It is insane. It hurts me as a person. Whoops, that was not right. Here we go. But you see it, right? Like, all we ever get over here is just generic stock art from decades ago. It's so tragic. And once you notice it, you'll never not notice it. If you go to, like, a Hot Topic or, you know, Target, Walmart, whatever your local department store is, and you see Pokemon clothing, it's just gonna be generic stock art. That damn Pikachu art from Fire Red and Leaf Green. It's like that awful shirt that I showed you guys that was on Box Lunch. Where it was just stock art of Charizard, the starters, and for some reason Gengar. And I think it's because TPCI does not allow any other brands to innovate. They're not allowed to come up with their own designs. TPCI only licenses out stock art. That's all that these companies are allowed to use. Like, I'll never get over the Omocat collab, which, if you're not familiar with Omocat, outside of, like, Mori, she made a lot of aesthetic, cute sweaters and stuff with a distinct art style. And then they had her make Pokemon shirts, and it was just Dreamworld art plastered on jersey material t-shirts for $50. Like, what went wrong here? Why did you even bother to ask an artist if you were just going to allow her to use stock art? Like, why did you pay her at all? I could have done that for you. So, Google, drop that folder with all the art in it. I could do it in 5 minutes. It doesn't take anybody any effort to plop pre-existing art down and then kind of maybe turn it a little bit and add a filter. Oh, it's just so infuriating. A lot of gamer stuff is like that, unfortunately. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been using the same stock art as well. Like, it's not just Pokemon that does that. There is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Christmas sweater that's kind of cute, though. It says it's time to Yule. Also, choosing to work with Omocat at all is kind of crazy, but okay. You should have done just Drifloon designs, because she loves Drifloon so much. But then it's like, why hire her? If you don't actually want to use her style, then why hire her in the first place? It's not like she's a massive content creator that has tons of pull. She's not like... Oh, I wouldn't say she's super well known. So it's like, what's the point? If you're not interested in her style, why hire them in the first place? Imagine if Pokemon ever did like a Shein collaboration. I mean, Shein has pulled big brands before, like Care Bears, Powerpuff Girls. I've seen. They've probably done a bunch others. They're doing a Sanrio Care Bears collaboration. Hello Kitty will truly... That brand will truly work with anybody that asks. Do they even have a Care Bears show airing these days? For kids? Or is it just like 80s nostalgia that's powering the brand? I did not grow up with Care Bears. So I don't know. Pokemon could also make more money if they branched out with their collaborations. Like if they ever did like a... Why can't I think of the brand name right now? A ColourPop collaboration that would sell so well. They did Animal Crossing. That's so funny. Nintendo approved Animal Crossing makeup collaboration, but Pokemon has never done one, and yet Nintendo says no to Funko Pops, but Pokemon loves printing Funko Pops. Can I drop a truth, chat? Can I say my truth? This kind of isn't related, but I have seen so many YouTubers lately do makeship, I think it's makeship plushies. And I'm sorry, but I don't want to buy your like ugly mascot in an overpriced plush. I have seen it so much. Like, a lot of YouTubers I genuinely like. Like, I love Super Butter Buns, but I don't need to own your bun as a thing in my life. I don't need to own your bun. Illuminati having a makeship of her ugly mascot made me laugh out loud when I saw that. It's like, wow, truly every big YouTuber has just done this at some point, I guess. Please buy my ugly plushie. First of all, I don't know, would I get away with... Could I make a Booper plushie and, like, get away with that? Yeah, it's different when you have, like, a character versus just, like, hey, this is just me. Like, what's his face did one, too, of his... The What Happened guy? Former best friends guy has, like, his skeleton mascot as a plushie, and it's like, I like your content, but like not like that. I like your content, but I don't need to own your skeleton man as a plush. Like that's just no. Yes, Matt McMuscles, yes. I do, but that's via Stream Elements. Yeah, it's very niche, exactly. I'm not advertising a big plushie on a popular brand's Kickstarter? Kind of like a Kickstarter. I saw people saying Wendy Goon is a plagiarizer as well. One of those YouTubers that just copies a Wikipedia page for content. It's gills. Tell me you didn't realize those are gills, Justin. I'm alarmed. They're gills. Look, chat, if you want a great probably one of the best videos on the platform this year, and you have 3 hours and 51 minutes to spare, whew, it's a banger. Harry didn't talk about him, but I've seen lots of people saying that he should have. Yeah, but like Wooper's gills are like outside. It's a Pokemon, not a real animal. Mudkip too. What do you think the orange things on Mudkip are? Yeah, they're both axolotl. It's crazy how Pokemon doesn't miss with their axolotls. Frills and gills. And I didn't have enough space. What's crazy is that that video about plagiarism doesn't even cover, like, more recent stuff, like what happened with Jax Films and Sniper Wolf. Or how bad content theft is on places like TikTok. I saw a tweet from a guy that was like, "This is how I start my work day." And he got up in this, like, empty warehouse with a desk and got on his phone and just was blatantly stealing content. And like, yeah, this is how I make like $500 per vid. Wow. That's crazy. She's such a deplorable person. audience is mostly children, so she's gonna keep getting away with anything she ever does. Man, there's been some crazy YouTube stuff lately between the completionist and his charity scandal and big YouTubers being outed as plagiarizing. Like, wow. The completionist stuff is so crazy. I cannot get over that. What is Peanut Butter Gamer gonna do? I think Peanut Butter Gamer just had a kid. For some reason, Twitter put that on my timeline. Like, I'm a dad now. What a stark contrast to what's happening with Gerard. Do 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 do. This salt man does the salt dog doesn't want to show up. Well, at least we have the Game Awards next week. That'll give us something interesting, maybe, possibly. See if anybody rushes the stage with Jeff. I doubt there'll be any, like... I mean, the Game Awards would actually be a good time for a Pokemon thing, because that's a big gaming event. And the DLC comes out very soon. Pokemon Tip has never had, like, a presence there, though, so... It would make sense, though. But when do they do things that make sense? You're off, right, Tyler? So you and I can stream the Game Awards. See what, our old pal Jeff has in store for us. If I stream it on YouTube, I'll probably have so many copyright claims I'll have to deal with. It's the 7th. It's Thor's Day. I'm still sticking with Baldur's Gate 3 winning Game of the Year. I'm locked in. As for what I'll stream the rest of the week, I don't know. We haven't done a Dynamax Adventures in a while, but I haven't really felt like doing them. So I don't know. I've gotten some decent shinies doing Outbreaks. Well, Salt Dog doesn't want to show up, but I did get one... No, don't release it. What happened? I did get one little belly boy. Another bell. Another shiny bell for the books. Which is cool. I needed Bellsprout, so... But I'll definitely be back for, Necklace stack? Been avoiding saying this Pokemon's name. Its Japanese name is Geodzum. That's funny. Its Japanese name is more like Geodude. Yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I appreciate it. We'll be back next week with the Game Awards on Thursday, and then probably some miscellaneous shiny hunting until then. Geodog. Yeah, thanks for all the follows and the raids tonight, chat. I appreciate it. And the resub. If you're new here, check out the Discord and the YouTubes. If you're in the YouTube watchers, shout out to you. I appreciate you. And yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I appreciate it. Good night. Have a good one. Bye.